Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back to the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi. It's our pleasure to have with us the brand new athletic director at Southern Miss, Bill McGillis, and he's going to visit with us and talk about coming to Southern Miss. And Bill, I guess that's the first question. You've had a great career in athletics. You've been a lot of different places, been successful a lot of places. You're coming from South Florida. Why Southern Miss? Why now, and why Southern Miss? What attracted you to want to become a Golden Eagle?
Well, I've been a lucky man throughout my career, and I feel even luckier today, John. There were four or five things that were really important to me, and I've really felt that more than ever in the last couple of days. One is the passionate fan base. I mean, the fans here care about the program. There's a lot of places where they don't care like they do at Southern Miss. That is very, very exciting to me. There's a foundation for success built upon this fan base that I think will be awesome to be a part of. So that was very important to me. President Bennett, certainly. I know a lot of our fans have had a chance to meet him over the last couple of months, and I've been around a lot of presidents, and this is a special man. And the chance to work with him, build this program together, build the university, together, along with many, many other people, I think was a great opportunity. I think it's a place where I can come and make a difference. That excited me. I think there's a chance here to come in, to serve, to lead, and to help the university to the top, to do the things that our fans, our students, our faculty, our alums want to see happen here. And then the other thing is competitively, I think it's a place where you can achieve excellence. I don't think there's a ceiling here. I think Southern Miss across the board in all sports has a chance to win at a very, very high level. And I want to be at a place where you can win. And not just winning on the field, which I feel really strongly about, but it's a place where we can win off the field. We can graduate our student athletes, we can prepare them for life after college, and we can provide a great student athlete experience. So that was important to me. And then finally, the Hattiesburg community. I mentioned yesterday that we had lived in Evansville, Indiana for 5 years, and we felt like those 5 years in that community, where there's a really strong sense of community, were some of the best of our lives. And we drove up here. I think I mentioned it to you, John. We drove up here about 3 weeks ago, quietly one weekend, snuck into town, and drove 10 hours from Tampa. Got in about midnight on a Saturday night, and Sunday morning got up and walked around the campus. Drove around the community, drove by some schools, some churches, and it just felt right. It felt good. It felt like it would be a great place for our family. So that's the key, really. And Dr. Bennett, I've heard him mention that you win with people, and I believe that's true. And this is a place where I think we're going to fit in well, and I think there's the people here to be successful.
I know you have been familiar with Southern Miss. You were at Houston for a long time, I guess, and were a part of when Conference USA was formed. You were a part of that, and I know you had an association at one time with Bill McClellan, who was the athletic director at Southern Miss at the time. What's been your perception of Southern Miss when you've worked at other places and you've looked at the Golden Eagle program?
Excellent question. And you're right, and I probably met Bill in 1993 or 94 as Conference USA was being formed. And wonderful man, and great career in athletics and coaching, and then administratively, and just a fun person to be around, and was passionate about Southern Miss himself, and that was really the first time that I really paid a lot of attention to Southern Miss. And then since that time, I've certainly paid closer attention. But Southern Miss then and now, I think nationally, the perception and the reality has been it's a place where you have tough, hard-nosed, blue-collar, hard-working student athletes and coaches who compete and win and do it the right way. And then certainly there's a reputation for a home field and home court advantage. I've talked to a number of people around the country in the last couple of days that have brought that up to me about how hard a place it is to win, to come in and get out of the rock, with a W. And hopefully that's going to get tougher and tougher. You know, the reputation of the fans has extended to baseball, certainly, where there's a terrific atmosphere. I got a text this morning from one of the baseball coaches at South Florida, who's a former USF player, went on to play 15 years professionally, a couple years in the big leagues, and he texted me this morning and said he never took a funner road trip in college than playing in this ballpark here. And I said, that's good. I think I'll try to schedule a home and home, you know, before I leave this weekend. But I think that's kind of the perception of most people. And also, people that have been here, I've also got a number of messages from people about how much they've enjoyed visiting here as fans and administrators coming to Hattiesburg for road games. They might not have got out with the W, but they like coming here. And so I'm looking forward to experiencing it, you know, from this side.
Everywhere you've been, whether it was New Mexico or Houston or Evansville or South Florida, when you've left, those programs have been better. What's your vision for Southern Miss to sort of take it to the next level?
And let me just say, in all four of those places, again, I've been one of many people that have contributed to whatever success those schools have had, and they've had a lot of success. I think the foundation is here to be great. I think we are great. But I think there's a level of consistency. There's another level to aspire to. My vision for this program, though, is it starts with the student athlete in all sports. That's why we're here, to ensure they get a great education and have a great college experience. So I'll come to work, John, every single day, and I'll go to bed every single night thinking about how we can provide the best student athlete experience possible. And to me, that means they have, you know, good academic experience. They leave with a degree. They enjoy college. You know, and at the end of the day, when they're done after 4 years or 5 years and we do a senior exit interview with them, they tell us that they have no regrets. They're glad they came to Southern Miss. They're going to be a Golden Eagle for life. That, to me, is how you measure a great student athlete experience. Now, I think one part of it that contributes to that being great is winning. Kids like to have rings put on their fingers. They like to hoist trophies, and so do I, and our coaches do as well. So, you know, I have a vision for success competitively, again, in which we compete and win Conference USA championships across the board. We're not going to win in every single sport, every single year, although this is a place that has had remarkable consistency. To do what's been done here in football, 18 of the last 19 years, is amazing. Very few places in the country have done what's been achieved here in football. One of the things that's really been interesting that Todd Monken has said to me a couple times in our short time this weekend, or this week, is that there's no barriers at Southern Miss. That's refreshing to hear from a coach who's been here for about 6 months and has seen it and has found it to be even better than he expected, and I'm sure he shared that with you. So I can see success on the horizon. I can see it on the horizon on a very high level. I know that's important to the people here. It's very important to me. It's very important to the student athletes. And so I think we need to aspire to that and expect that. I also have a vision of facilities that are enhanced, and I think that's going to be very important to the future of this program. Winning doesn't happen by accident. You know, you must have great student athletes who have the talent level to compete to win at a high level nationally. Conference USA is going to be a darn good league competitively in a lot of sports, and we're going to have great student athletes here to win the number of championships that we want to win. So facilities are a big part of that. We've got some very fine facilities here. We need to get better. We're going to need to invest in our facilities. We're going to need to continue to invest in our program. I think there's probably good infrastructure here, but I think in terms of resource development, certainly we have to take that to a higher level to be able to invest the way we want to, you know, to win at the high level and to provide the great student athlete experience at the highest level. I also envision when our fans come to our facilities, whether they're current or future, that they have a fantastic experience anytime they walk into one of our buildings. I shared with you and with others yesterday that when we came up a couple weekends ago to take a peek, I stood in front of the Eagle statue with the athletic center behind me and looked out into the stadium and closed my eyes. And it was so easy for me to envision that stadium full of Golden Eagle fans and how intense, how rabid that environment would be. I can't wait for August 31st, let me tell you that. So I think the atmosphere, the entertainment, the pageantry of college athletics can be absolutely at its greatest here at Southern Miss.
This is an era where there's challenges no matter what team you are, what part of the country. But in the short time I've been around you, I'm not sure you look at those as challenges. You look at them more as opportunities for Southern Miss to do a lot of special things.
I do. And you know, I think even in the richest programs in the country, the Floridas, the Ohio States, the Texas, and those types, they've got certain challenges. They might be a little different in a little different area. Some of them might be the same. A lot of them have taken on an enormous amount of debt service and they're not having a lot of fun with it. But I see, like Todd Monken, when Todd says there's no barriers here, I feel like I can judge opportunities. I know what the national landscape is. I know what other people have. I know what we have. And I just think things are in place here. We need to add to it. Certainly we have resource challenges like many others that are going to be important to solve. That's going to start with putting people in this football stadium, extend to the basketball arena and our other facilities. We're going to need to maximize every single resource and revenue opportunity that we have to be successful here. We're going to have to identify new revenue streams and opportunities. And I will be acutely involved in that and identifying ways to do that going forward. But I think when you put people in the stands, that's where it starts. Because that generates excitement, enthusiasm, it enhances passion, as we've talked about, and it allows you to raise more money privately. It allows you to increase licensing revenue and multimedia rights revenue and sponsorship opportunities, and you name it. So we're going to spend a lot of time immediately on trying to fill up this football stadium and all of our other facilities. And
a lot of the things you want to try to accomplish have been done already here at Southern Miss. It's just a matter of maybe doing it on a more consistent basis.
Exactly, and just taking it up a bit. But you're exactly right. History has proven that Southern Miss can be outstanding across the board, and that we can do it the right way, and that's what we intend to do. You know, when you look at some of the other things that are very important to young men and young women, and represent the kind of program that you want to have, this university can provide an excellent education to our students. There's tremendous academic opportunities. There's tremendous leadership opportunities for our students. And I'm certain we can prepare them for life after college and professional opportunities that will help them down the road. So I'm really confident in what we can do here. And again, for me, I can draw it all back to, though, the passion and the commitment of our fan base. People care about this place. Going forward, I've met so many people in the last 24 to 48 hours who have said, I'm on board, I'm in, let's do it together. And I just know that's how it's going to be when I arrive, you know, and I'm here for good in a couple weeks, and I just can't wait to get after it.
I was going to say, when we do some of these sit-downs with some of our coaches, I always ask them what they're looking forward to the most. What are you looking forward to the most over the next couple of months as the new athletic director?
The people. We're here for the student athletes. I'm looking forward to arriving during 2 days in early August and seeing that football team, seeing those kids work, meeting the young men in our football program, meeting the young women in the volleyball program, our soccer athletes, the cross-country kids, all those student athletes that show up in early August. Can't wait to meet them. Can't wait to meet our entire coaching staff and administrative staff, the faculty. I mean, the most important thing in my mind upon arrival here is better understanding Southern Miss, learning more about what it's all about. You know, I've watched it from afar. I've studied it from afar, but I haven't been here yet. So, you know, yesterday I was with a lot of great supporters, great fans, great alums. Last night we were in Jackson and did the same. And I'm looking forward to more of that and just experiencing, you know, what it's all about.
A lot of people are watching this that are Golden Eagle fans, or maybe they're not Golden Eagle fans. What's your message to the people out there? If they're a fan, if they want to become a fan, what's your message to Southern Miss fans and potential Southern Miss fans?
Now's the time. Now's the time. You know, this is a place that can rise to the top. And we're going to talk about that a lot, as our fans know. And that's our game plan. It's to rise to the top. We need all of our fans on board. I think it's really, really important that we grow young fans, that the children in this community and in this region grow up as Southern Miss fans. I think it's important that every student that enrolls at this university is embraced by our staff, gets involved, and becomes a Golden Eagle for life. They become an alum, and they have a chance to contribute and be a part of it for years to come, which is one of the special things about college athletics. But whether someone went to Southern Miss or went to another institution, and we're not afraid to be somebody's second favorite team. I promise you that. You know, if the folks here in Hattiesburg and in the Gulf Coast area, you know, came from California or New York or Chicago, this is a melting pot in some ways here, and went to another school, you know, we're the school in this region. We are their school. And I think an investment by everybody that cares about Southern Miss right now will enable us to rise to the top. There's no question in my mind that that can happen and will happen. And I'm very, very excited about the future of this program.
Bill, we appreciate you taking some time to visit with it. It's exciting to have you here. We're glad to have you here as our athletic director. And I'm like you, I can't wait. I think it's going to be a great start to a new chapter in Southern Miss.
I do too. Thanks, John.
Okay, that's Bill McGillis. He's our brand new athletic director here at Southern Miss. And I know you like what he says, and you're going to have a great time meeting him, talking to him, and rising to the top with the rest of us here at Southern Miss. We'll see you next time.